Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday, traders. Today is December 24th. And folks, today's going to be a little bit of a quick episode. I am hanging in there, but man, I got food poisoning last night. And I was basically up all night long. It's one of the most miserable nights I had in a long time. Almost canceled today's live stream, but then this morning I made the mistake of watching some Ed Milet, and there was a lady on the show that basically had pregnancy complications, and her baby was born at 27 weeks old. And long story short, she just about died. I don't understand all of the medical terminology and everything, but for some reason, blood wasn't going to her extremities. And so they ended up saving the baby. They ended up saving her life, but they had to amputate her arms and her legs. And after listening to a little bit of her story, it was a little hard to feel sorry for myself for what I went through last night. And I couldn't bring myself to just cancel the show today. I got to get used to looking up. I got a new camera. And so when I'm talking to you guys, I got to remember to be looking up here, not looking down at the screen. I just caught myself looking at the screen instead of giving you guys the eye contact that you deserve. So hopefully this new camera is a little bit better quality. You guys can see my beautiful face a little bit easier. Hopefully it's also going to cut down on some of the drag on the computer because it's doing most of the work. The computer is just relaying the image, and so the computer has a lot less going on with it than it used to. So hopefully we're in good shape. I finally got it figured out today and excited to have the new camera working. And I'm excited to share with you guys a few things today. It might be quick, but hopefully it's going to be powerful. So one of the first things that I wanted to mention, folks, we talked about this on the Monday live stream, just a little bit, not exactly this topic, but just kind of mindset and some of the things that are important to creating some long-term wealth. But one of the things that I just really hit me today that I wanted to say is I don't believe everybody here watching these videos has enough urgency. I don't know that it's important enough to each and every one of you to go out and create financial freedom. And I just want to reiterate, guys, it is crucial. It is critical. It's critical. Folks, I'm a Christian, and I know that there's a lot of talk in the Bible about the money and being the root of all evil and all of that baloney. So yeah, you don't want to covet money. You don't want to make money number one in your life above all other things. But folks, the fact of the matter is you need money to do just about everything that you need to do in your life. Tell your landlord that you're a Christian and that you're praying for him to do well in life, but unfortunately, you're not going to pay him rent. because you decided that money wasn't important. See how long you have a place to live. Go to the grocery store and tell them, hey, I'm going to pray for this grocery store because I'm a Christian, but I'm not working. I don't have any money. So I'm just going to go gather up a shopping cart full of groceries. And then I'm going to come up to the front counter and pray a little bit and thank you guys for the groceries. I know it sounds absurd, but folks, there's way too many people going through life way too nonchalant without any urgency as far as creating wealth. And something else here, this is mostly for you men out there. Most of you, if you've got a woman, whether it's a girlfriend or a wife, most of you have promised them the world. Hey, baby, you want to be with me because I've got big dreams. I've got big goals. I'm going to provide a life for you that most other people aren't going to be able to provide. I'm not going to be like the other guys. We're not going to be broke all the time. We're not going to be living paycheck to paycheck. And then unfortunately, most of us don't follow through on our promises. We get these women that decide, okay, man, let's go for it. Let's live our life with this guy. And then we get them married and we get them, at home. And the next thing they know, they're working, they're working as hard as us. They're working, a job or two. And then they get to come home after working all day. And then they get to cook and clean and do laundry. And it ain't right. If you're a man and you've ever really looked your woman in the eye and you've told her, hey, baby, man, we're going to have an incredible life. Cryptocurrency investing is going to take off. It's going to make us a fortune. And when it does, we're going to really be able to live the way that we want to live. Guys, you got to take that stuff seriously. Women will love you for a time, even if they don't respect you. But the fact of the matter is you cannot tell them over and over and over and over that something is going to happen and then never have it happen. They get to where they don't believe you anymore. And when that happens, it can lead to a very rocky, tumultuous relationship. And I'm just telling you, your son or your daughter, turns 12 years old and they decide that they want to be on the basketball team or they want to be on the cheerleading team. And all of a sudden you need a few $100s for outfits. You need money for shoes. You need money to be able to run them back and forth to the practices. And then after practice, go to McDonald's and maybe buy them a hamburger and so on and so forth. And I'm not saying that those of you that are watching this episode aren't doing well enough in life to take care of a lot of those basic necessities. But I'm a firm believer that just the statistics show me that 95% of the world is not making it financially the way that they ought to be, the way that they deserve to be, and the way that their family deserves to be. So folks, you should get a tear in your eye and you should get mad at yourself if you are on this journey and you're not taking it serious enough, and you've got people that love you, that are counting on you, and you're not doing everything that you can do to make this next 3, 4, 5, 6 months turn out to be absolutely life-changing for you financially. So that's all I'm going to say about that, folks. But it's important. And don't let anybody else try to tell you otherwise. Don't let other people make you feel bad because you want to be financially independent and have the freedom to live your life and do the things that you want to do. That's a God-given right. God did not put us here on this earth to have us under another man's thumb for our whole life. Another man or woman telling us when we have to be at the office, when we can go to the bathroom, when we can take a vacation, when we can go have lunch, when we can leave for the night, when we got to go work weekends because we're behind. And so, hey, everybody, I know we don't normally work weekends, but we need you to work weekends. God did not put you here on this planet. That's not why you're here. I don't know exactly why you're here, but I know it's for much more than that. And that's part of what we're doing here on this channel is we're figuring it out. I want you to create some financial freedom in your life so you can figure out what your purpose is, how you can go and move forward and change other people's lives. So with that, folks, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Dave P., for being here. I appreciate you, brother. I hope you're doing fantastic. Good morning, Daniel. I hope you are doing incredible, too. What do you guys think about this new camera? Can you see quality difference? throw a little one in the chat if you liking this new camera. If it looks a little bit more professional and it looks like I'm actually using a decent camera. Ah, man, I need some liquids. I'm probably severely dehydrated after last night, so I got some water, got a little bit of coffee, but I'm being super careful with the coffee. Good. I'm glad that you guys can really see a difference. That's important. I know for too long I messed around and I didn't have the equipment that you guys deserve, but we're working on changing that. 2025 is going to be an incredible year. So with that, let's get over and show you some BYDFi. So folks, for those of you that are new to the channel, if this is your first Trader Tuesdays, BYDFi is a sponsor of the channel. Let me see if I can pull up their banner here real quick and show you guys where. That's weird. My banners seem to be gone. Is this him? Oh, okay. They changed it to, they call it media assets now. There we go. So BYDFi is the sponsor of the channel. You're going to want to click the link down in the description and go through my referral link, because if you sign up through my referral link, you're still catching the very tail end of a $700 trading contest that they're doing just for my viewers alone. So if you sign up through my referral link, you have the opportunity to win a piece of $700. That's on top of all of the other bonuses. They do like $8,100 worth of bonuses that you can win. And once again, it's so important. They love United States citizens, Canadian citizens. You do not have to KYC. You do not have to use a VPN. So just click on the link and get started. It's very simple, just an email and a password. If you want to pull out more than, I think it's 2 Bitcoin a day, like if you need access to more than it's one or two or 1.5 Bitcoin a day, if you need access to more than 100, 150, $200,000 a day, then you might want to KYC, because then I think you can pull out up to 10 Bitcoin a day. But I think for most of us, 1.5 Bitcoin a day is plenty, and we never have to KYC. So go get your account created right now if you haven't done so already. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get over to my BYDFi account and show you guys what I've been up to here for the last week. Guys, I learned something new every single week when it comes to these trades. And so I hope that you guys are committed to being on here long term and really giving yourself the best shot to make some good things happen for yourself. So you can see here, folks, I mean, this is pretty cool right here, huh? $248 trade. So it was about a $250 trade with fees and everything. It ended up being $248.69. Right now, that is up $700. So folks, we're up 281%. So that means if I wanted to go in and sell off that position, it would be worth 700 plus the 248. So my 248 would have turned into over $900. But this is H-bar, and it's doing incredibly well in this bull market. And I believe if we can keep this thing from getting stopped out, we have some huge potential to make some really serious money with this. So let me go over here to the take profit stop loss button and pull that up. Let's just say that this thing, you know, goes to $2 from here. It's sitting at about a quarter, so another 8x. Let's say it goes to $2. You can see here, folks, that would be $17,211. The reason I keep talking about this is I want you guys to realize that we're not here trying to, you know, we're not trying to scalp. We're not here to throw $200, $300, $400, $500, $1,000 at a trade and, you know, make 50 or $100 fast and in and out. Most of these trades we're looking at, you know, a little bit longer term. So we got into this trade here. I want to say around, what's today? Tuesday? I think we got into this trade about Friday or Saturday. We also decided to get in on this Polygon trade about the same time. So you can see here, my entry price was $25.25 on the H bar, and on the Polygon, it was 53. Excuse me, it was 46.50 was my entry price, 46 cents, 46.5 cents. My XRP is a little bit of a smaller trade. It's only got $63 in it. This trade has been in play for more like 2 or 3 weeks, and it hasn't done anything. And I just keep slowly adding a little bit to this trade. I believe that XRP is going to have a day in the sun in the not too distant future. And you know, we were talking about it last week, and there's several people here on the channel that believe $10, $12, $15, $18 Matic. One other thing that I do want to show you is these trades here were put into place after we had that massive decline in the market last week, where stuff dropped from, you know, dropped 30% or more. So like this Polygon trade, I actually had a trade in at 70 cents for Polygon, and I ended up unfortunately getting liquidated because it ran all the way down to 40 something cents. I don't remember. It might even have been 39 cents. Like, it absolutely got crushed. Like from 70 cents, 30 times 7 is 21. So 21 cents from 70 would be 30%, which would take it down to 49 cents. And I know it got knocked off way lower than that. So that's one of the reasons, because these things had bottomed out so much. That's why I went ahead and did the 10x leverage. I am finding out that the 10x leverage makes it much harder to keep these trades in play when we have the really bad days like we had last week. And it wasn't a bad day. We had about a bad 3 days. So we had the day of the Fed meeting where everything took a really bad dip. Then they kind of lulled us, you know, things started to go back up a little bit. They lulled us into thinking that we were just going to have the one bad day. And then they crushed us off again on the second day. And then even then, I was talking with real estate investor and another cryptocurrency investor that I'm doing a lot of deals with together. And we both agreed on this H-bar trade and the Polygon trade. We went ahead and put limit orders in instead of just buying at market price. So Polygon was sitting at around 48 going on 49 cents. And I put in a limit order at 46.5. And then it ran up to about 50, maybe even 51, and I was a little frustrated. And then sure enough, on the third day, we had a nice little dip, came all the way back down to the 46.50, executed, and then started right back up. So these plays have been in the money right from the very beginning of them. Same thing, H-bar was sitting at over 26 cents, and we put in this buy order at 25.25. I just realized I've been talking this whole time without actually adding the BYDFi to the stage. So now you can see what I'm seeing. Sorry, folks, I'm getting used to this new camera and everything that is going on. So those are the trades that I'm in right now. You can see the top one. I think there is the H-bar. Yeah, top trade is the H-bar that's up $687. Then we got Polygon, which is up 340, so it's up over 100% too. Like I said, my XRP trade is a little bit lower, and then my VeChain trade, I just put this VeChain in for $100 because it was beaten all the way down to 4 point something cents from 6 going on 7 cents, and I had a feeling that it was going to continue to run up. So I went ahead and did a 10x leverage trade on it, and as you can see here, I'm up over 100% on that trade also. And this trade's only been in play for, you know, maybe the last 48 hours. So I told you that this was going to be relatively short. The only thing that I really want to go back over with you guys is the higher leverage you use, the more you got to worry about getting liquidated. And so if you can see here on this Ripple trade, this is a 5x leverage trade. I got into this trade at $2.35. And because it's a 5x leverage trade, it's got to go all the way down to $1.89 in order to get liquidated. And then over here, if you go to my orders page, right now I've got the Polygon and the Matic trade both backed up. You see here at 42 cents and then at 22.8 cents on the H bar. So both of these, if H bar were to start retracing, both of these are backed up by one ladder. I will also tell you, sometimes don't do as I do, do as I say. I found that especially if you're gone at work and you're not around your computer, you're not in a position to create new trades very quickly, that when we have weeks like we had last week, these things move way too fast for you to be able to get more funds into the platform and save them. So I had a couple positions get liquidated on me last week, and it was mostly because I only had one ladder in. So I know that I need to get another ladder in on these. Luckily, they've taken off and they've done pretty well. So I've got quite a ways to go before I would have to worry about these getting liquidated. But I'm telling you guys, if you put in some small trades with 5 or 10x leverage and then you back them up the way that I've been teaching over the last few weeks, you can make some incredible money. I don't think you're going to be able to see this. So I'm going to try to pull it up on my phone and see if you guys can see this on my phone if I hold it up. So I don't know if Pablo Noodles is here today in the chat. I don't see him so far, so I think he's about 8 hours ahead of me, so it's very close. It's it's Christmas Eve for him. This picture doesn't really do it justice. Let me see if you guys can, if I can get this close enough. Oh man, I don't think you guys can really see. What that is a picture of is 3,264% on a win for a trade. So he didn't send me as good of a screenshot as I would have liked. But after our Trader Tuesday live stream last week, Paul told me that when I first started talking about this 2 or 3 months ago, he put a $50 trade in on HBAR that's never even came close to getting liquidated. And now it's so far away from liquidation price that he's just letting it run. But he's up 3,200%. So that basically means that his $50 is worth over $1,600 right now. And if this trade continues to go like I believe it is, and HBAR is $1, a $2, a $3, $5 token during this bull market, he's going to turn a $50 bill into multiple, possibly even 10 or 20 grand. And that's the whole reason to do these trades. Once again, I'll go into a little bit about the bankroll. So in general, let's say that you wanted to do this with, say, 5 tokens. And let's just say, for argument's sake, that you had $1,000 to put into all 5 tokens. So that's only $200 a token. Well, you would want to put your first trade in and probably do about $25 at today's prices, whatever price you decide to get in. Or you can put in a market order a little bit lower and hope that you catch a dip. But my point is, if you've only got, say, $200 total to put into a trade, you only want to put 25 or 30 of it into the first trade. Then when you go in and you figure out your liquidation point, and it'll tell you if you're at 10x leverage, your liquidation point is going to be roughly 10% of the price of the token. So if it's $1 token and you're at 10x leverage, your liquidation price is going to be about 10 cents. 10 cents is 10% of $1. So you'd want to go into your trading account and you'd want to go place a second trade in at a little bit over 90 cents. And you would want to do a slightly higher amount to make up for the fact that you've got 25 invested. If you just do 25 on the second trade, then you actually don't get another 10%. So you want to go up and maybe do 35 or 45 on the second trade at 90 cents. And then that's going to take you down to, around 85 cents and so on and so forth. You want to give yourself, if you're using 10x leverage, you want to give yourself roughly about a 30% cushion all in all. Now, if you can keep some money on the sidelines and be ready to place some more trades, that's cool. But you want to be very careful because like we found out over the last couple of months, Bitcoin is going to continue its onward and upward spiral. Crypto is going to continue to go up for the most part, but it's going to have these bad days. It's going to have these bad weeks. It's going to have these 25, 35, 40% retracements, especially in the altcoins. And if every time it has a bad dip, you get liquidated, then this trading isn't for you. You want to ensure that you're not getting liquidated. The easiest way to make sure that that happens is to also go down to 5x leverage. You can still make an incredible amount of money at 5x leverage. Let's go back over here to the BYDFi account and let me show you what I'm talking about here. If we go over to these orders, this Ripple trade is 5x leverage. I've only got $63 in it. So I know that I've got to bump up my game here and get more than $63 into this trade. But let's just say, for argument's sake, that Tim G and Paul Nalder, who were on here yesterday or last week, both agreed that they thought Ripple was going to be a $15 token during this bull market. So let's say they're right. So there you go. You can see even with 5x leverage, I'm turning $63 into over $1,700 if Ripple goes up to just a $15 token. And now if you imagine that I get more like $250 to $300 in this, now you're going to multiply that by 4 or 5. So your 1,700 times 5 turns into 8-9 grand over the course of this bull market if Ripple continues to run. So, with that, folks, I definitely am hurting a little bit here. I'm wanting to, get off. I'm probably just going to go lay back down and try to get some rest and take care of myself. Hopefully I will be in good shape to go to my family's house for Christmas tomorrow. I think that whatever I had, it's done a pretty good job of working its way out of my system. But it still is lingering, and the fact that I didn't get any sleep last night, man, I'm hurting a little bit. What do we got going on here? I want to make sure that I say, hey, everybody. So welcome to the channel, Oni. Man, my eyes, I can't see the last name. Oni, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Mr. Bernstein, hope you are doing fantastic too, buddy. I was telling everybody when we first started the stream that I got some food poisoning last night, and I was up all night long last night. It was a rough night for me, and so today's live stream was going to be a little bit shorter, especially with everybody that is everybody is ready to go finish up their Christmas shopping. I know I still got to get some stocking stuff for my wife and still got to probably buy a present or two also. I'm kind of a last minute kind of guy. So I'm probably not the only one though. So some of you folks probably have some stuff that you are doing to get ready for Christmas too. So with that, guys, 32-minute live stream, went over and showed you some of the trades that I'm in. And hopefully you guys can replicate some of the success that I'm having over on BYDFi. With that, have an incredible Christmas. Once again, we're not going to do the Wednesday microcap gem live stream tomorrow morning because it's going to be Christmas, going to be with family, going to be opening presents and so on and so forth. So we'll get back to our regular scheduled programming next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I do have a couple of videos ready to publish. One is from BLOX Tech, BLOXTECK, I believe. Let me get back over here and show you guys. This is an incredible sponsor of the channel, BLOX. And I think it's sitting down at about a $3 million market cap. And so blocks.tech is the website. BLOCX is the ticker. I believe you can buy it on Mexi Global. You can also get it, I think, on a couple of different decentralized exchanges. Long story short, we've got a deep dive coming out where we're going to be giving away about $250 worth of tokens. I'm also going to do a live stream. So these sponsors have been incredibly generous giving us some extra tokens to give to you guys. And so I'm going to do a live stream and give away, $100, $150 worth of tokens right on the live stream for those of you that are actually watching the live stream. So hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, and be on the lookout. Sometime I was planning on doing this live stream a little bit later today, but I don't know with how I'm feeling if that's going to happen. And if it doesn't happen today, it's probably not going to happen until Thursday or Friday. But you'll get a little bit of a notification. I'm going to try to set it up several hours in advance, maybe even the night before for the next day, so that you can see the BLOX live stream. It's just going to be me. I'm not interviewing anybody on this one. Just going to be going over. They just had some big announcements. And so some of the things that they just announced didn't get put into the deep dive video that we recorded for them. And so just as a little bit of an extra special bonus, I want to do this live stream for them and also give you guys some more tokens. So be on the lookout for that, and have a fantastic Christmas, and we will see you all again here very soon. God bless you all. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you again in the next video. Take care.